What's up guys, and welcome to another video. If I sound sick in this video, it's because I definitely am, so sorry about that. But anyways, I am making another top 500 guide video for Hanzo, of course, just because of season 9 and all the changes. So as for Hanzo, he has gotten 250 HP now instead of 200. That is a good 50-point increase on his health, which is awesome. It makes him sustain way more. Also, he's got some buffs to his Storm Arrow, which his Storm Arrow went from 69 damage to 75, and that really does help since you can't really one-shot headshot anybody anymore. You can get him very low, but you can't one-shot headshot anybody anymore, and that's a big downside to this patch for Hanzo at least. And also, his Storm Arrow's cooldown is reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds, and this is what that looks like. And now it's 8 seconds. You can use your Storm Arrows way more often than before, of course. They do a little bit more damage, which is, of course, going to help you with finishing off targets after you one-shot somebody. For example, you got Reaper here, and you hit him in the head. He's not getting one-tapped anymore. He's alive, definitely. McCree, he's not dying either. The only hero you can really one-tap is Tracer. Also, the projectile hitbox got updated as well for all projectiles. So as you can see, I don't even see his name tag right here, and I can still hit him. That's another buff to Hanzo. There's some huge changes here, and I'm going to be showing you guys basically how to play with these changes, when to use these Storm Arrows way more often. So of course, like I said, you're going to be using the Storm Arrows a lot more, and that's what they wanted for Hanzo for this patch, to use your Storm Arrows a lot more. They did give it a buff, like I said. I feel like Hanzo this season is pretty good. I kind of like him. The not one-shotting people does suck, but using your Storm Arrows a lot more does make the character feel way better, and also the health increase does, you know, help out a lot. I personally really do like the changes. Right there, you can still one-shot if you are like, you know, you have a Mercy pocket. You can still definitely one-shot people, which a lot of people are doing with Mercy. They are running Hanzo, or they're running like Soldier 76 with Mercy. A lot of people are running them better. Right there, I headshotted the McCree, and he didn't die, of course. That's just how the update is if you don't have a Mercy. But I'm gonna stay back here. You're playing a lot more passively with Hanzo rather than aggressive, just because you can't really one-hit anymore. So you have to play a little bit more passive, wait until your Storm Arrows come back up, and then you can use them when you are close range. Headshot at Ash right there, and Ash is one shot, right? So I'm going to push him with my Storm Arrow, jump into him, use my Storm Arrow again on the McCree. Try to dodge from this guy. Like right there, I almost killed the Mercy. I almost got her. I'm trying to throw my dragon in main just to push them back. See if I can go after the Mercy. See if she'll fly into the dragon. She didn't, which is good. It gave me enough time to basically kill her and stall out that. It kind of cut off the Ramatra, which was good. That's what I wanted to do with that dragon, cut off the Ramatra from his Mercy. But as you can see, the Storm Arrows are up a lot more. So you always want to be aggressive with Hanzo when the Storm Arrows are up. When they're not up, then you can play passive. That's mainly what you're wanting to do with this new Hanzo update. If you do want to play a little bit more aggressive, you definitely can, just because he has more HP now. He has 50 more HP, so that's definitely going to keep you alive, and you can play a little bit more risky if you want. Like I am right here, you can play a little bit risky. Try to use my Storm Arrows on the Mercy. I did miss a lot, but if I didn't miss, I would have killed the Mercy, right? So it's okay that I died because my team did get the Ramatra, kill their tank, so we are good. Unless he gets rezzed like that. The Storm Arrows ability definitely feels a lot better, in my opinion. Just because it's up more, I guess, and the damage feels better on it because it's got a little bit more damage. Try to play passive until I get my Storm Arrow, and as soon as I get my Storm Arrow, I'm gonna push into the Ramatra. And also with the dragons, with your ultimate, it's basically the same thing as last season. You just want to use it in good situations where you can cut people off, or just try to close off certain areas like choke points. Like for example, this map, you can, you know, use your dragons on their stairway right here, or use the dragons up there so you can walk into the dragons and then kill the enemy team. If you guys are like stuck at this point right here, always use your dragons for the stairs, or try to maybe go over here and shoot your dragons through the wall so it basically catches the enemy off guard. I like doing that a lot with my dragons, like going in random places and shooting a dragon. Like sometimes I would even go down here, down those stairs, and shoot the dragons like kind of upward like that, so it basically comes from the ground. They're like, oh, where's the dragons coming from? It's not coming from main. They think it's coming from somewhere else, and then the dragons will go up here and hit them like that. You have to get really creative with Hanzo's dragons kind of now, because everybody does have more HP, right? So it's going to be harder for the dragons to kill people. They're not as squishy, which is, you know, it's fine. You just got to play a little bit more, a little bit smarter, you know. I am also using a brand new crosshair. Pretty sure it's brand new. I never seen it before. It's like I made it like ice cream cone, as you can see. If you guys want to know the crosshair, I'll put it in the comments below, and I'll put my settings at the between. Oh my! Get off of me, man! Look how hot. Okay. Look how much I can survive from this hog though. Like look, I'm still alive. I have a mercy pocket on me, yes, but I'm still alive, which is crazy to me. Like, that 50 HP definitely helps a lot, where you can just sustain so much. There's also a passive for the DPS, where you do take less healing when you are getting shot at, and you're taking damage, which does suck for Hanzo, but like any other DPS, you just gotta get used to it and play a little more passively. Right there, I headshotted, one-shotted the soldier, just because he was low already. So, even if they're a little tiny bit low, you can one-shot people. Every time when you do get a full headshot on somebody, it does bring them down to basically like no HP. So, if they take a little bit of damage before that and you headshot them, you will get a one-shot, which is really good. Storm arrows, of course. Killed that guy with a storm arrow. Pretty easy. Just wait until it recharges. I'm going to shoot a dragons right here. Try to shoot him in the corner. Cut him off. I did die from the Orisa though, but they got the Orisa. I don't know why he pushed him. He pushed him by himself, and they were by himself because I, you know, cut him off of my dragons, which is good. And that's why the Orisa was by herself, because the dragons was on his team, so they couldn't do anything. Like, I shot the dragons through here, right? And it literally cut them off right here at this line. And Orisa's over here by herself pushing me and killing me for no reason. His team's cut off. And they basically lost the fight instantly because their tank's dead, right? So there we go, got some damage with the storm arrow. Try to go after this mercy now. I do hear a dragon coming in point. I have to watch out for that. I honestly love this update just because storm arrows is so much better now. So the one-shot headshots is not really a big problem for me personally. A lot of people don't like it, but for me, it's not that much of a big problem because storm arrows is so good now. Also, you got to remember that everybody else got health increases, right? As Hanzo, it's going to be harder to kill anybody. And that's why the storm arrows are so good now. Just because it just finishes off that target when they are getting to low HP and they have so much health. Or you can just use the storm arrows on them instantly to damage them a lot. And then, you know, of course, make it easier for you to kill them. Farah did get changes as well, so you got to watch out for Farah. She is a little nuisance now. But I'm going to be on the monkey with my team. He's going to get walled off. He's dead. And then I'm just going to be patient right here. Try to get some arrows on the Farah. They get us kind of res off on the monkey. I'm going to want to be careful. I'm kind of waiting for my hog to hook somebody right here just because we're in the corridor. Hanzo's very hard in the corridor. Just want to use my storm arrows a lot. There we go. That was a nice hook on him. Not. As you can see, I'm playing passive behind my team right now, right behind my tank. I'm not pushing. I'm not trying to flank them because if you do flank, sometimes you can get thrown off. You can get caught off guard when you do flank as Hanzo, especially in this season, since everybody's kind of like a divey tank, like Monkey and things like that. So you want to be careful. You can't really go by yourself as much as I would like to. Again, trying to look for a hog hook. I'm just going to push a dragon to my right, try to cut people off on the right side. I did get ulted from behind. I didn't even hear the Farah. For these videos, I don't really care if I win or lose, really. It's mainly just, like, you know, teaching you basically how to play Hanzo and where to stand. So, kind of a guide, obviously. So, right there, just shot some easy arrows in the main. Try to put a Sonic here, see who's coming around the corner other than the monkey that's on me. I'm going to try to get in with my team before I die here. Juke them out a little bit. Got the Farah with some good timed shots. You just want to be patient for it. Monkey is ulting me. I tried to stick him with the Sonic, but I missed. You always want to try to stick Monkey when he's in his ultimate with the Sonic, just so you can track people and his teammates while he's jumping around and being dumb. Got the Lucio. But always focus these supports. I'll try to get the Mercy here. Got the Mercy with a good headshot. Pharah as well with a good Storm Arrow. As you can see, my shots are very timed. Like, I would hold it back, I'm holding, and I'm looking for a target, and I'm aiming pretty slow, like, if that explains it, I guess. I'm kind of like, see if I see Lucio, I kind of wait for a second, and kind of track him through the air, kind of pre-fire it, because you're using a projectile. Died. You're using a projectile, right? So if he's moving this way, you want to kind of aim, track him, and then aim a little tiny bit in front of him, so he kind of just runs into your arrow. It's kind of like playing Widow. If you're aiming at a spot with your crosshair, you always want the enemy to run into your crosshair, right? Same thing with projectiles. And the projectiles got a little buff as well. I think they go faster or something like that. Something with projectiles. I think it's just the hitboxes, actually. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just being patient with my shots for the most part. And sometimes I do try to get some flicks in there, of course. Like right there, I flicked up. And finally got the Lucio that was in my face. Storm Arrow's insane. Love the Storm Arrow now. Try to shoot the Mercy that's over here. I'm going to try to shoot dragons near point. Cut them off where the Mercy's going to fly into the dragons. There you go. If she didn't die from the monkey, she would have flew into the dragons. Nice time shot on the Genji. I'm going to try to go after this D.Va, but if I'm getting hit by the Pharah, I'm going to run away, of course. He's one shot, though. I feel like facing a Pharah is kind of easier now in Hanzo. Like flight characters like Pharah, Echo, just because you do have that Storm Arrow. And you want to be patient with the Storm Arrow shots as well. Sometimes I do spam the Storm Arrow if it's like a tank and I'm in front of them and I hold it down, or I'm pre-firing a angle with these Storm Arrows. But I do like to single fire them like that. Single fire them, be a little bit patient. You don't have to be that patient, but be a little bit patient. You can hit basically every shot. Hit some shots with the Storm Arrow, man. You are shredding people in this game now. It's awesome. I love it. Always look for the supports. I don't know what Mr. Frog's doing. Now I'm going to look for the Mercy, see if she'll peek into my arrow. Try to just pre-fire that. But she is healing the D.Va, so if D.Va pushes, then she's got to move. I'm going to run away, actually, because it's D.Va. Don't want to 1v1 her. Look for the Mercy that's up there. He did DM one of my Storm Arrows. Almost got him. Right there, was patient. Did a little flick on the Lucio. My Moore did help me out. Ooh, that's a barrel. Did a little flick on the Pharah. I knew she was going to come up here. I held my arrow in. Try to push this Mercy since she looks like she's by herself. Little Sonic on the corner. See who's behind my wall. Always put Sonics on the corner when you're close to them like this, and then you can just keep peeking over them, peeking around the corner, and you can see who's basically going to come around the corner. That's why I like to do a lot. Put a Sonic right there, and say if someone's right here, you can just pre-fire them, literally. Or you can just pre-fire them while they walk into your shot. I love doing that. I do hear him coming main. Gotta be careful. Okay, he's done. I don't need to use my ultimate. You do always want to, you know, conserve your ultimates. Don't just randomly throw your ultimate out after 2 people are dead on enemy team. You basically won the fight. You don't need to. Mostly before you kind of peek around into the enemy spawn or area, like where they are, always put a Sonic down, just so I can see who's coming, like the frog guy that's inting their game. Trying to wait for this D.Va to get back in mech. Here we go. Way easier to kill D.Va when she is out of mech, of course. And yeah, I usually do that when she's basically getting out of mech and she's about to get into the mech. I always look for her. That's on any character, on Tracer, Widow, Soldier 76, Soldier, and anything like that. I always try to push her as she's getting in her animation back into her mech, because you can, of course, kill her while she's trying to get back into her mech. If you don't know already, Reaper is actually a huge nuisance in this game right now. For this season, at least, he seems pretty broken, and a lot of people are kind of realizing that early on. So Hanzo is a very good counter to him, in my opinion, though, because of the Storm Arrow buff. You can definitely shred him down and kill him. I'm gonna use my ult here just to shoot at main, because they did use B, right? So I'm gonna try to cut off their team. That's basically all my Dragons is doing, is cutting off their team from the healers and everybody else. I'm trying to look for that Lucio. I'm getting pushed by this Reaper. I gotta be careful about that. Remember, Reaper's very strong. I'm gonna try to push him now. A little flick with the Storm Arrow got him. You can survive a lot longer against Reaper, of course, with 250 HP. So you can get up in his face and battle him out if you do have Storm Arrows up. Just make sure you have Storm Arrows up. If you don't have them up, I wouldn't be trying to fight a Reaper. I'm not going to shoot that because I knew he was going to deflect. Sometimes you want to hold your shots and wait until he deflects. Waited for the Lucio to come back in. I know Mercy's going to try to res the Lucio, so I'm going to give a little shot on her. Oh, almost hit me off the map. Keep my storm arrows up, ready for the Mercy to come in for the res. Okay, fun. This guy's hard to kill when I'm getting killed by everybody. Oh my god, just jump back on. Try to push me off the map. So right there. 1 second. Alright. Throw a little alt main just so we can win this round real quick. Right there, basically, I kept the Mercy off that res. She wanted the res the Lucio really bad, and that's why she got pissed off and whipped her pistol out, or her little Glock, and tried to Glock me. And of course, as for positioning, you always want to, you know, just play behind your team, mostly. Unless you're playing really risky and going behind them and trying to get a little pick. But for the most part, play behind your team. Make sure your team is in the front line, and you can just pick people off with your arrows. And put your Sonics in the right spot. Sometimes you do want to Sonic the tanks. That always helps. I'm realizing that now more and more that you can't do as much damage as, you know, you used to, of course, with the one-shots. So I'm more trying to aim for the body and the head at the same time. A lot more for the body, which I didn't used to do, but now I'm doing, of course, with the changes. Shoot a little Sonic main, see where they are. There we go. I got the McCree there with an easy one-tap. That's just because he was already low, so, you know, of course, if he's low, easy one hit. I shot a little bit too fast there. As you can see, if you do shoot too fast, you know, you don't hit your shots. You want to be steady with your aim. Sometimes I even do that with my storm arrows, accidentally, like hold down the trigger, basically, and, you know, miss a lot. That's why I'm kind of like flicking my screen around. But if you're a little bit more patient, then, you know, you can hit your shots more often with the storm arrows. Like right there, I just hold it for those situations. So they'll walk into my arrows. And I would have just killed the mortar, but of course, can't do that no more. Again, if Ilari's low, hit her in that body. Trying to keep the Tracer at bay as well. If you can hit the Tracer in the head, just hit her in the body. She'll want to recall or just back up. Got the McCree there just because I pre-fired him. If you do watch that, right? Wow, I'm insane. Wow. I think I'm hacking. My aim is on point right now. There we go, got a little flick on the border. I can't even talk about it. But yeah, basically once you learn the projectile aim and speed of the arrows, you can pop right off. Hanzo's very, very easy now. I feel like he's way easier now than he used to be. And a lot of people think he's not that easy, which is weird. A lot of people in my games feel like he's not that good, but he's really good. Shoot an arrow and then respawn, of course, while they're trying to come out. Just to delay them from the point. So they can't touch the point, and they can't touch the point. And we win the game. Maybe it'll show it here. As you can see, like right there, I just shot in front of him where he was going to lead. I knew he was going to jump a little bit. And I killed him. Right there, I flicked on to the Tracer, of course. And right there, I kind of aimed to the right, went all the way up, and as she was falling down, my arrow basically was right there to hit her head. It's kind of hard to explain. It's really hard to explain to teach you guys basically how to do that. It just takes time and practice. Almost forgot to mention. Of course, versus tanks, you are a devastation now. So use that storm arrows against the tanks a lot, because that will get them to back up when they are low HP, of course. They just literally pressure them with your storm arrows. A lot of people are going to be playing Hammond. So someone is playing Hammond. Try to land that Sonic on Hammond all the time, because he's Hammond. He's going to be rolling around into his team, and as soon as he does that, you can, you know, you can see where they are. As you can see, he's rolling around. Now I can see where Ilari is, you know? It's very easy once you hit him with the Sonic. Just stuck on his wall just because I saw someone go up here. Try to look for them. Always find out where people are going. One more shot on him. Nice. And I'm trying to land a Sonic on the Hammond once again to find out where he's going to be going. Killed him real quick. I can be a little more aggressive against Hammond. I have more HP. Got the Alari with a random one tap, which is always beautiful to hit. I feel like that's with any hero this season for tanks, is you have to hit that Sonic on them. Like a Reinhardt, same thing with a Reinhardt, hit that Sonic on them. Same thing with a Orisa and things like that. They'll always be running around their team. And you can hit a lot of, you can see a lot of people through the walls because of that. And wow, wow, I can't talk right now. I am just demolishing them. Feel bad. Oh, I hear Sombra. Pretty good. You can still no-rag, by the way. Like right there, I would have killed the Sombra, of course, with the one-hit headshot. But I had to shoot her one more time. Sometimes you do want to do a pre-load of your arrow, just like that. Like, literally preload it and not pull it all the way back yet. Just so you can hit that little toe shot on her and kill her. Try to go up where the supports are. If they are up here by themselves, like the Ana is, then of course rush her. Try to be patient with the Alari. Nice. Got that little foot shot on her. Got that Genji with a good little half charge headshot. Another shot on Alari. Ooh, nice prediction right there. As you can see, I knew she was behind the corner right there. As you can see, she ran over there, and I just pre-fired it, and she walked right into my arrow. Most of these kills I'm getting is them walking into my arrow. So that was the top 500 guide for the new Hanzo. That's basically everything I can really say about Hanzo in that short amount of time I got with the gameplays. Other than that, you just have to practice your projectile aim with Hanzo and just tracking the targets and then pre-aiming where they're going to go. So you shoot that arrow right before they're going to go there, and you just basically predict where they're going to strafe to or fall to out of the jumping animation, or they're in the end jumping animation, things like that. So you just got to get used to that. The more and more you play, you will get used to it. Yeah, honestly, like I said, I'm loving Hanzo in Season 9. It feels so much easier with the projectile buffs and everything like that, and also with his storm arrow buffs. It's actually insane. Like I said, it does suck that you can't one-shot anybody anymore unless they're low or tracer or something like that, but sometimes you can, like you saw. So it is really satisfying when you do. If you did enjoy this video, you can always leave a like. Also, if you're not subscribed already, you can hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell icon to always get notified when I do upload a YouTube channel. I am trying to stream a lot more, so always check my channel, see if I'm live. I do stream kind of randomly. I stream here on YouTube and on Twitch. I am still figuring out a schedule for that. So if you do see me live, come in the chat, hang out with me, chill with me. You can ask me questions, anything you want. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. You can ask me anything about Hanzo if you need to know more things. Yeah, have a great day and or night, guys. Peace. That was fun.